As you see, things are in flux here. They're all fluid. Everything's fluid. As the channel's growing, I think we're up to 60,000. We're up to 60,000 subscribers now. As the channel's growing, we're growing in a couple of different ways. So there's going to be some things that we're going to have to do in order to keep it managed correctly. But that being said, at one period of time, I was thinking, what's the Amazing Grace Sports Network mean? And here's what it was founded. It was founded to create a bond throughout the earth using sports. Men eat, breathe, and live, okay, for the passion, spirituality, and unity of sports. That's inherent in sports. And between this passion, unity, spiritually, and spirituality is a very important component in all athletes, in all sports. It's interesting that most athletes contribute their success to their spirituality. Successful athletes talk about it all the time. And it's about time we fans got the message, isn't it? That we follow the blueprint for success. And if we can follow the blueprint for success, if we can emulate them, and what I mean by that is, well, yeah, spirituality. Guys, they tell us all the time, they're thanking God and they're saying, because of God, this is the reason why they were able to get it done. And yet we think we're going to be able to do it on beer or whiskey or, whatever we think we're going to be able to conquer life on. Now, they're on a much more competitive level. They're on a much more intense and successful level than we are. But we think, we can do all this ourselves and we don't need God to help us. I guess that's what I'm saying. When are we going to learn that if they're telling us that there's a key to this spirituality, then maybe there is more to it than what we think. So the Amazing Grace Sports Network seeks to bring the world together. That's right. We don't want this to be just a situation where exclusively Christians and things of that sort. Because Jesus, who is the Christian God, one of the Trinity, loves everybody. He loves you whether you're a Buddhist. That's right. He loves you whether you're a Buddhist, a Christian, Jew, Muslim, Hindu. Yeah, he made us all and he loves all of us and he wants the best for us. You might want to learn about him and that way you can go about it. But he's not going to push you out because you were not born a Christian. Okay. He wants the best for you no matter what denomination or what religion you practice. Okay. So Amazing Grace Sports Network, we seek to bring everyone together on that. I know that much of the world seeks to keep you from exploring Christianity. Because see, there's nothing, you don't have to join Christianity. There's no force. And if you want to leave, you can leave. There's going to be no problem. None. You can pick up and read the Bible or something like that. If you don't like it, put it away. Okay? There's going to be nobody knocking at your door telling you what you have to do. There's going to be no pressure. Nobody calling you and saying, hey, listen, what are you doing now? Can I come over? No, forget about it. Okay? That's not the way it works here. So under the penalty of any criticism or ostracization, there's going to be no penalty of physical punishment. That leads to the question, why is there such a denial of Christianity and whatever? Because you are important. You're the person, no matter if you're a Buddhist, Christian, Hindu, Islamic, Jewish, you are important. You. I didn't make you. God made you. He made you for a specific person. I don't know what that is, but he's got a reason, and it's a pretty good one. So you are not happenstance. You have a power you are not aware of. And if you were to become aware of it, you cannot be controlled. That's right. You couldn't be controlled. And even though we're Christians or Catholics or however Christians are, it's the Pope. And this is, the Pope. If he says something that does not go according to what Jesus said, we don't believe that we have to follow the Pope in that direction. We cannot be controlled, which is why Christians are usually the most, pains in the butt when it comes to things, because, They'll stand up for things and stand up for people just because. Even if society's telling them no, 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 they would still stand up for people. And yeah, you can't be controlled. So the Amazing Race Sports Network is not a medium to conduct a battle between religions. No, I'm not there to say that I'm better than you or you're better than me. No, this is not what this is about. No, because I started as a Christian, and then I became a Muslim. I've studied, yeah, and also I became a Buddhist, and I've studied some Hindu along the way, and so I understand that there's always the people trying to tell you to do it this way, do it that way. But no, every religion provides the fabric on which society is woven. That much is true for all of them. The religion is our fabric. Long before the laws kick in to say that thou shalt not do X, Y, and Z, religion gives us direction. It's about where that direction is going, it's where the conflict of most people is. But I'm not going to even go into that. That's not what I'm here about. What I want to say is that after studying all those things, I don't know whether one is Baptist, Christian, Hindu, Jew, Muslim. Everything is going to change in your life if you read the New Testament. That's all that I want to say about that. So I encourage you to do it as if you're reading a novel. And remember now, just like a novel, you can pick it up and you can put it down. There won't be anybody chasing after you and threatening you with anything if you read it and put it down. It's all up to you. Now that I've got that out the way, what Amazing Grace Sports Network was created on that formula of bringing the world together through sports and through spirituality. Some of the things that my wife was talking about, um, as far as men and women and their relationships. Now, she's going to approach you from the woman's side, of course. And, well, a couple of months back, I was thinking to myself, men, what's going on with men these days? Now, I'm a man. Yeah. And I even know what the definition of a man is. And I even know what the definition of a woman is, which is going to surprise everybody because in this day and age, most people do not know what the definition of a woman is. But I know what the definition of a man is. And I came from a two-parent household. I had a father in my house the whole time I was there before he kicked me out. And he had a father in his house, he had a father before him. So we come from a long patriarchal line of men. And I noticed there's some things lacking in men. Now, I'm just going to say American men, but if you find this is happening in your religion, then you can apply it too, okay? In your country, in your nationality, where men are being men, yeah, apply it. Being a man, being a man. What are some of the things that a man does? Now, this is going to surprise you. A man picks up the trash outside of his house or apartment daily. He picks up his trash on the way to the store. He doesn't throw trash out of his car. No. Okay. He is not loud in movies. Sometimes this gets the better of me when there's an exciting scene. Um, um, you're not loud at work. Well, I got to give you a pass on that. But anyway, um, a man says please. It says thank you. He says I'm sorry. Okay. He doesn't steal. And be careful. We all have stolen. Um, we worked some places and there might be some cleaning chemicals there that we felt we needed at the house, and we took those. Took some of them, and da 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 da. It can just keep going on and on. Various ways that we can steal. We can also steal from work when we don't perform and want to sleep on the job, and we all have been guilty of that. We've all gone to work where we have very little sleep. Could be kids or whatever in the case, and we didn't get that time. Yeah, but yeah, you got to stop stealing. Don't make it a habit. Okay, no lying, no envying. Um, we have a chart here that let me make sure that you can see it. It's called the seven deadly sins, and in the seven deadly sins we have. Well, you really can't see it, but it's envy, gluttony, greed, sloth, lust, anger, and pride. Okay, those things. Well, They can affect you. So if you're a man, try to stay away from envying, which is hard because we're told to look at somebody else in order to get an idea. Don't envy me. You don't know what I've gone through. And believe me, you don't want to have gone through what I've gone through. So however good it looks now, married a number of years with a wife who's beautiful and and really is off the charts good. But you don't know what it took to for all that to happen. Okay, gluttony, eating too much, and in America, we got a big problem with that. Greed, thinking we need everything. Okay, designer clothes, design this. Men, when did men start getting it? And what is this with New York City guys that always are trying to get some designer clothes? It does nothing for you. This is your life. You're paying other people money to wear, to advertise their clothes. Okay. Yeah. So I give you something and I make you pay $100 for a shirt that says AGSN on it. You are advertising for me. You fools. That's not being a man. Yes, I said it. I'm coming out and I'm coming down hard on so-called men. You're not being a man if you're walking around in designer clothes because you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it to get attention. Sloth, that's being lazy. Lust, gosh, I can give a whole lecture on lust and what it will do to you. All of it would be wrong. Everything that lust is going to give you, it's going to turn out wrong. So we're going to let that one anger, which is resentment, and pride, which is judgment. You judge someone, you say whatever. Okay, but I'm going to close out with that because it seems like my battery's getting low here. So that's going to keep me from talking. But men, I'm not going to approach this subject unless you guys, there's a ballyhoo about this that wants me to talk about these things. Men, take control of the steering wheel. Stop letting your woman drive. Okay, it's war out there on the streets. She doesn't need to be in a war. You should be the one behind the wheel. Get that darn steering wheel. Ask her to sit over in the passenger seat, and you drive that car and start taking care of that relationship. And with that, I'm out of here because I think it's going to go dead. And I'll lose all of my following if I keep talking about what a man should do. But ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Thank you.